there are other things that you could be doing that don't consist of your work. What's poppin'? It's your girl Jazzy J. How y'all doing today? Welcome to my channel. If you're new around here, welcome. If not, what's up, Buttercup? So the last video, which was last Sunday, I had talked about coming back and my hiatus and yada 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 and what exactly was going on during the whole time. All right, cool, fine. But there was one thing that I had wanted to talk about in further detail that I had brought up in the last video, and that is toxic work culture. So I'm pretty sure I told y'all, but I'm gonna let y'all know again just in case y'all hadn't seen the last video. I am currently working a 9-to-5 job. I have done some jobs, other jobs here and there. I tend to bounce around. I call myself a little job hopper because I don't particularly stay at one place. I hadn't found the thing that I love, but now I think I have found the thing that I love. I'm not gonna say it. If you watch the last video, you'll know what I'm going into, but we're not gonna talk about that. My last two previous jobs were 9-to-5 jobs. The first one was a part-time job working in retail. Now everybody knows how much retail sucks. It wasn't a bad job though. I will say we definitely had benefits such as health, vision, dental, 401k, things like that. There were incentives to keep you around, but like it wasn't enough to provide for one person, let alone an entire family, which I don't have an entire family. You guys know this. I'm single. I've been single my whole life. I ain't got no kids. Nothing's happened, alright? Nothing has happened. But moving past that, I ended up leaving that job because it's part-time. I would sometimes get 40 hours one week, and the next week I would get like 23, and then I would get 36, and then I would get 28, and then I would get 38. And it would just kind of like flip-flop back and forth. So not only were my hours inconsistent, but my paychecks were also inconsistent. So I feel like that's a really big problem with that. But talking more on toxic work culture, because I did like the environment for my other job, but the environment for the job that I'm at now, which is a full-time job, again, I'm not going to tell you guys where it's at. I'm not going to tell you what company it is. I'm not going to tell you what line of work it is. Just know that it's a 9-to-5 job. That's all you need to know. If you feel like you are being run ragged, you are probably in a toxic work culture. Just gonna put it out there. If you feel like you're being underpaid for the work that you do, it's probably toxic and you probably need to go. If you feel like you are putting more time into your work than you are on yourself, it's probably time to go. Like, these are basic things that other people have said before, but like, I'm saying them again because they're still relevant. I think another toxic thing, if they say that you're a family, ain't no job a family. Ain't no job a family. Coworkers are coworkers. Your boss is a boss. If you happen to find a friend, which probably is like finding a needle in a haystack, congrats. Like, you lucked out. You lucked out. But most people aren't your friends. They're your coworkers. Don't be telling them your information. Don't tell them your information, because you have no idea who's going to run around and snitch. You have absolutely no idea. Do not tell people your information. Do not let them know. Do not bring drama. Don't bring drama. Because people like me, I don't care. I don't care to hear your whole life story. I really don't. I have other things that I could be doing. I just want to go in, get my work done, go home. That's it. Now, I feel like these are all really important because a lot of people feel like you can't really get out of that 9-to-5 job, 40-hour-a-week job, and that's going to be your job for the rest of your life. It might, which I think is kind of sad, but that's just a personal opinion, or it might not. You might move on. You might find something else to do. You might like something else much better. Like for me, I know for a fact that I do not like 9-to-5 jobs. I hate them. I hate them. Because I'm the type of person, and I am assuming a good amount of people are too, where yes, I want to make money, but I also want to have the freedom to be able to do the things that I want to do while I'm still young enough and have enough energy to do them. A lot of people don't have the time or the energy when they get older, or they don't have the money when they're younger. Find something that's going to work for you, that's going to make you money, legitimate money. Unless you're perfectly happy, like you inherited a crap ton of money, or you have somebody that's paying for you and you're just kind of doing like little part-time work here and there, and you don't have to worry about it. Fine. But if you're at a type of job, I'm gonna use my job for example. My job consists of a lot of paperwork. A lot of paperwork. And to be quite frank with you, the position that I'm in right now, we, the workers in those positions, should be making at least $20 to $22 an hour. At least for the amount of work that we have to do. And I'm making 16, okay? I am making $16 an hour. And the crazy thing is, there are some coworkers that just don't do half as much as what you do and still gets paid the same. In some cases, some people don't do as much as you do, and then they come in and they make more, and you're like, but why are you making more? Why am I making less? But I'm doing more and you're doing less. That doesn't make sense. I'm also the type of person where it's like, you should be paid what you are working. If you're not working a lot, then you should be paid for not working a lot. But if you're working a lot and you're putting a lot into the company, and they definitely have the money to do it, you should be getting paid by how much you're working. That's just a personal thing. I think that's completely fair. If you're lazy, you get lazy money. If you're hardworking, you get hardworking money. That's just me personally. I know that's never going to change because people are so greedy. I get it. I do. But if you're in an environment where you feel like you are not getting paid enough, find another place to go. Because I guarantee you, there's going to be another company out there who would love to have somebody like you on board. And they're willing to pay more. They are willing to pay more. So don't settle. Don't ever settle. Moving on. The idea of family. Family. You're not my mother. You're not my father. I personally don't talk to anyway. You're not my sibling. You're not a cousin. You're not an uncle. You're not an auntie. You're not a grandma or grandpa. And you are not a friend that I have chosen to stay in my life. You're a job that I need to work in order to provide for myself and to survive. This idea of we're a family company. No. If you are a worker, if you are somebody who is just getting hired and you walk into a company and that is one of the first things that you say, red flag. No. No, 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 because a family company is going to be the type of company that is going to try to use you and abuse you for every single thing that you have. And then as soon as you're no longer able to work, you are replaced. Just like that. That's another thing to remember. You are replaceable. I don't care how much work you do. I don't care how much time you put into the company. I do not care how you feel about the company. The company, the CEOs, especially if it's a big company, will always see you as a number. You are replaceable. If you leave, there is going to be somebody to take your job. There's going to be somebody to take your job. So please do not get attached to these workplaces unless you're the owner, you're the CEO, you're a high executive, you're making your way up there, something like that. Or if it's like a small business or something like that. Or maybe it's not that, but you're a friend of the person who owns it, you're a relative of the person who owns it, and you guys been like, you've been helping them out. You kind of invested yourself into the company from like the top end. But if you're a grunt worker, like moi, no. No, 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 no. You are so replaceable, it is not even funny. It is not even funny. And the crazy thing is, as soon as you say that word family, they feel like they can pay you less. Simply because you're family. Like that whole family thing. You guys have seen it for people out there who have small businesses, and people will come to you and say, well, can I get a discount? I'm family. No, how about this? You can pay full price and a bonus because I'm family. Why in the world would you not support me by paying my full rates and tipping me because that's how much you believe in me? That's what you should be doing. That's what a real friend would do. I'm gonna pay you this and more because I want to see you succeed. That's what I want to do. Not, can I get a discount? No. No, you cannot get a discount. And the same thing goes for your work. No, you cannot skimp out on my pay because I'm family. No, that is not gonna fly. And you should never accept that. Moving on to the next thing. If you have no time for yourself, it's time to call it quits. If you have no hobbies, if you have no friends, the amount of people that I have talked to in my life and still continue to talk to that tell me they work 10, 11, 12, not so much in this country, but other countries, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 days in a row. You have no friends. You don't have time for family. You don't have any hobbies. You don't have time to go home and clean. You're so tired that you're living in a pigsty because you just don't have the time or the energy. It's time to go. It is time to go. You should not be bringing your work home. Again, not unless you are a CEO, the owner, or a high executive, or somebody who is trying to make it to one of those levels. Should you be bringing work home? Learn to leave work at work. It can get done the next day, okay? My work for today that is uncompleted will be finished by tomorrow's me. I am not going to stress myself out. As soon as I walk out that door of work, I completely forget about the thought of work because I do not have the mental capacity to worry about something that doesn't care about me at all. At all. If your job doesn't care about you, why are you stressed out about it? Why are you stressed out about it? They don't care. All they care about is making sure the work gets done quickly and efficiently. And that's it, okay? Stop stressing yourself out. Stop thinking that your whole life revolves around work again, unless you're an owner, executive, a CEO, somebody who's trying to make it up there. Okay? Maybe you're a small-time business, but again, that falls under the category of owner. You're making this because you want to start this from scratch, because you want this to be your company. That is completely different. I'm talking about this company has been established. This is an established company. Stop stressing yourself out. Just stop. The work will get done. It'll get done. No, it's something completely different if you go into work and you don't do squat. That's different. But if you're doing what you need to do at work and you simply don't have the time, don't stay afterwards. Don't stay afterwards. Do not give a company time that you could be using to do something else that you want to do, that you have the money to do, and you're never going to get back. And a job should not be able to threaten you by saying, if you don't do this, if you don't work overtime, we're going to fire you. I don't know the laws that well. I really don't. But I feel like that should be illegal. Because you didn't do above and beyond what we hired you to do, we're going to fire you. Then I don't need to be here. And I should be looking for another job. Especially if you're in a high position and there's another company that has offered you that same position or higher for a higher pay, bounce. Bounce. Like, you think I'm kidding? You need to pack your stuff, be like, you know what, it's been nice, it's been a pleasure working here. I thank you for all the opportunities that I've had. Here's my 2 weeks notice. Bye. And just go. Just go. Because no job should ever threaten you because you're not willing to work more than what you got hired for and what is above your pay grade. If they are, that's a red flag. And you need to think about leaving. You think I'm kidding. You really think that I'm kidding. I'm not kidding. I'm so serious. If a job is not treating you well, you need to go. Because it is not worth stressing yourself out. It is not worth stressing yourself out over. But I mean, if you want to stay in that situation, then by all means, go right ahead. Go ahead. What am I gonna say? What am I gonna say? What am I gonna say? Nothing. Not gonna tell me. What you gonna tell me? No. The last thing that I wanted to touch on with toxic work cultures. And don't get me wrong, there's probably a lot more. I could probably make another video if you guys have any comments or suggestions about toxic work culture that you want me to talk about. Go ahead and drop it down in the comments below. But for this video, I think the last thing I wanted to talk about is if you have no sense of identity because of how much time you are putting into work. And when I say that, I mean you have no hobbies, you have no likes or dislikes, you're a major workaholic. Maybe you have a family, but you don't spend any time with your family. None. 0 time with your family. You need to fix your own mindset. Yes, that is toxic, and it is part of like a work culture type of thing where if you don't have a hobby, but I feel like that might be a personal thing as well, where you feel like your work is your identity. And in some cases, I feel like this might be a little bit rare, uncommon to rare. Some jobs will try to make it seem like your work is your identity, and they shouldn't. But if it gets to that point where you have no freedom, they're calling your family, you're not spending time, you're giving too much time to them, you're going to end up losing a sense of identity. You're going to lose it. You are absolutely 100% going to lose your sense of identity if all of those 3 things follow. Or preceded, sorry. If all those 3 things preceded. You should not feel lost outside of work. You come home, the first thing you do is turn on the television, grab a bag of chips and a soda and sit down. What else do you like to do? I mean, granted, not everybody's going to believe in video games, but personally I like to play video games. But I also have plants that I love. I love cooking, I love baking, I love reading, I like journaling. There are things that I like to do that make me who I am. This is a great example. YouTube is one of the things that I absolutely love, and I make sure that I have time and the mental capacity to do that. If I were so obsessed with work like some of you guys are, I feel like a lot of people won't even see this video. You're not going to have time to develop your own person and what you like and what you want to do until, quite frankly, it's too late. You're now 65 years old, you're now 70 years old, you've retired, your life came and went, you never experienced it. Your peak was high school. If your peak is high school, your peak is high school, there's an issue. That's an issue. Take time to go on vacation. Go on vacation. Take your PTO. For those that don't know, PTO is paid time off. Take your PTO. Request time off. If you are making enough money that you don't have to worry about it, even take unpaid time off. Just for yourself. Go to the spa. Go to the beach. Hang out with your family if you have family. Hang out with your friends if you have friends. I don't know what your guys' life's like. I'm not gonna pry. I don't care. But there are other things that you could be doing that don't consist of your work. And again, I feel it's gonna be sad because the people who really need to hear something like this are too obsessed with their work to even bother checking out a video like this. But let me stop. I should not be saying things like that. Let me stop. My bad. Yeah, no. Don't stress yourself out like that. Don't do that. It is not worth it at all. But that's just me. That's just my take on toxic work culture. Do I believe that well, I really shouldn't get into the socioeconomic things because I did not major in it. I don't have any degree in it. It's not my expertise. It's not my area or anything like that. And I feel like I'm opening a can of worms by saying this, but I'm going to say it at the very end because I think it's true. A lot of people say that capitalism works, which it could very much potentially work, but I think it doesn't work in America because it's very toxic and we have a lot of greedy people up at the very top. Yeah, just like the trickle-down theory, that doesn't work either. But moving on from that, we're not going to go into that because, again, I am not an expert. You should be able to do your own research and come up with your own thinking. I'm going to call it quits on this video. Yes! I hope you guys like this video. I hope you guys like my take on toxic work culture. If you have your own take on this topic that I didn't say in this video, go ahead and drop it down in the comments below because I'm really curious about, you know, what are your guys' experience? What would you consider toxic that I might have forgotten? Or if you agree with these things, if you don't agree with these things, go ahead and let me know. Like, what is it exactly? That's pretty much it. If you like this video, go ahead and like this video. Leave me a thumbs up. Turn on the bell notification so that you know when I post another video. Subscribe to this video. Subscribe to this channel because it's really gonna help me out. Help a sister out. Share this video because I feel like toxic work culture isn't talked about enough, and I understand that a lot of people are slowly getting out of that mindset, but I think there are still a significant amount of people that are still very much stuck in that mindset. Go ahead and hit me up on my Instagram. I do also have a Twitter. I did drop that down in the description box last time. I'm gonna drop that down, and I'll go ahead and have them both pop up right here. And that should be about it. I'll see you guys for my next video. Bye.